How Russia salami-slicing strategy is testing the West. Russia suspected, by the way, drone attacks on Poland are widely seen as part of a salami slicing strategy designed to test the West's resolve. And the salami, by the way, slicing in geopolitical terms refers to the process of taking a series of incremental steps to a further one's strategic position without provoking a major counter response, by the way. And Russian President Vladimir Putin is said to have frequently deployed by the way this tactic to probe NATO defensive by the way, alliance and with analysis citing the recent violation of Estonia airspace and the quiet expansion of Russia border by the way further into Georgia and the invasion of Crimea in 2014 and Moscow by the way unprecedented violation of Polish and airspace is said to be yet another salami slicing example. In the early hours, by the way, of Wednesday, Poland said it scrambled its own and NATO aircraft to take down some of the 19 Russian drones that entered, by the way, its airspace, and it marks the first such an instance since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. And Western areas, by the way, swiftly condemned what they described as a deliberate provocation, while Russia's defense ministry said it didn't plan to attack any targets in Poland. And the Kremlin, by the way, in the meanwhile, has said it won't be making any further comment on the situation, dismissing statements by Poland and other European countries about the drone and incursion into a NATO ally as nothing new. And the Russian, by the way, embassy in London and Russia's foreign ministry didn't immediately respond to CNBC request for comment. Benjamin Netanyahu, sorry, Benjamin Godwin, Benjamin Godwin, and partner at risk consultancy, Prism, strategic intelligence, and they said it has been quite basically clear that Russia's war games strategy is too broad and push and test the West and part of the problem for NATO. And Godwin, by the way, Godwin said that it has long been evident that the defensive alliance doesn't want to get into a direct conflict with Russia, and which in turn, by the way, has created an asymmetric effect for Russia. And we have seen incursions, for example, into Estonian airspace. Obviously, by the way, this incursion into Poland, and we have seen electronic warfare all across Europe. And Godwin, by the way, told CNBC. Godwin told the CNBC Europe early edition on Friday, told that. So Russia is able, by the way, to sort of escalate in this very, and as we say in the UK, and the salami slicing ways, and the NATO has proven incapable so far in responding in any effective, by the way, to stop these efforts. And NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte on Wednesday said a full assessment of Russia's drone incursion into Poland is ongoing, adding that he was really impressed with how aliens responded testing tactics. And in the wake, by the way, of Russia's drone incursion into Poland, NATO, by the way, aliens have taken steps to bolster defenses on Europe's eastern flank and touted the prospects of further economic sanctions and convent an emergency UN Security Council meeting for Friday. And analysts, by the way, however, have suggested that only a robust political and military response will be enough to deter Putin. And Godwin, by the way, for instance, called on NATO to rethink its defensive posture and the kind of assist that it deploys, by the way, on Europe's eastern flank. Thank you so much. Have a nice time and a great day. Thank you so much. Goodbye.